The story of My Liberation Notes is about the three Yeom siblings, Yeom Chang-hee, Yeom Ki-jung, and Yeom Mi-Jung, who live in Gyeonggi-do's Sanpo village. They are all sick and tired of their mundane life and unsatisfied. They live with their parents who are farmers and make kitchen sinks and custom furniture in a small factory. One day, a mysterious guy, Mr. Gu, moves near their house. He gets a job at their father's sink company, but all he does is drink when he is not working. At first, the family doesn't know things like Mr. Gu's real name, or what he did for a living, but the more he works with their father, the more he spends time with them. They do farm work and eat together at the dining table. He and Mi-Jung grow closer. Mi-Jung is the youngest of the siblings. She has problems dealing with people. She is having to put up with her irritating boss at work, and her bad ex. Mi-Jung has never felt whole before, and she eventually decides to change her life.
왜 매일 술 마셔요?
아니면 뭐해?
술 말고 할 일 줘요? 날 추앙해요.
She gets Mr. Gu to worship her to feel whole. They start dating. But his secrets get revealed, and he ended up leaving Sanpo village. Seven things that you can more enjoy watching My Liberation Notes. 1. Where is Sanpo village? The Yeom siblings live in Sanpo village, Gyeonggi-do. Gyeonggi-do is one of the states in Korea. It takes about 1 or 2 hours from Seoul by any kind of transportation. They have to take the subway from Dangmi Station on weekdays. Actually, Sanpo village and Dangmi Station are not real places, they made them up for this show, but Gyeonggi-do is symbolic. Seoul is downtown, so many people move to Seoul every morning. But living in Seoul is not easy. The price of houses is so high, which is why most people can't live there. These days tons of people tend to move to Gyeonggi-do, which is developing now even though some places still look rural. Since they live in Gyeonggi-do, there are many uncomfortable things. Every morning they have to go on a long subway trip. They sometimes take a cab together after overwork or business dinner to save money. If they have plans with their friends on weekend, they have to go all the way to Seoul. It's not easy, and they still have to help their parents with the farming. Those things may be one of the reasons they feel their life is too dull. 2. Mi-Jung co-signs for her ex. Mi-Jung stands guarantee for her ex who has bankrupted because of his own business. He isn't able to pay it back, he ended up running away to another country. Mi-Jung has to pay her ex's loan back, so she cancels her savings plan. On top of everything else, she is worried about a payment reminder notice from the bank. She asks Mr. Gu to hide it for her, because she doesn't want to let her parents know about this inconvenient truth. Let's suppose you want to borrow money from banks when you don't have any property. You can ask your friend or your family to co-sign for you in Korea. If you didn't pay for it, they have to pay for your debt, and it sucks. This is the mundane and common element of every Korean TV show and movie. The reason a heroine becomes poor is her father co-signed for his friend, but his friend flees at night, and her father can't help but pay for it. She has to do so many different kinds of part-time jobs to pay her father's debt. Technically, this is the liability of her father's friend. One day, a son of a big company chairman gets a crush on her. It is a typical Cinderella story. This is just a show, but in reality, many Koreans suffer from others' debt due to their momentary mistakes, especially in the past. It has been a really serious problem in Korea. Don't co-sign even for good people, most Koreans sincerely keep it in mind. If you asked a Korean friend to co-sign for you, he or she definitely would feel uncomfortable and say no. 3. Korean funeral customs. Most Korean funerals are held at hospital funeral homes. If a man passed away, his wife and children stay up all night for 3 days at a funeral home which has a main room for honor, a dining room for meals, and a room for the family to rest and sleep. When people visit there to offer condolence money, they put it into a white envelope beforehand. This money is supposed to be used for funeral costs or other needs. Visitors are required to wear black suits or black formal clothes. After giving your envelope, you come into the honor room. You can see an altar with a picture of the deceased and chrysanthemums. You express your condolences to the deceased and his family. Next to this room, there is a dining room for visitors. People usually eat the prepared meal and have a conversation about memories of the deceased and how heartbroken they are. The atmosphere is usually so calm down or sad and some people cry. Mr. Gu is sitting at the table in this dining room. He is smiling. Actually, this is so rude, that's why people glance at him and feel uncomfortable. 4. Son Suk-Ku is so popular now in Korea. Son Suk-Ku has become hotter. He starred in DP, Designated Survivor, 60 Days, and Be Melodramatic. You can watch all of them on Netflix. Although Be Melodramatic is a drama from 3 years ago, which was on the Netflix charts at number 10 in Korea. A month ago, his new movie, The Outlaws 2, The Roundup, hit the jackpot. He played Kang Hae-sang, a villain who murders Koreans in Vietnam and extorts money. The other day, when the actors who star in this movie came out for the curtain call at the theater, Son Suk-Ku said, "I'm Kang Hae-sang, playing Mr. Gu." It entertained the audience. In the past, he starred in Matrimonial Chaos with Lee L, who played his partner's sister in My Liberation Notes. They were a married couple on this TV show. Many fans left funny comments like, "You don't do that with your wife's elder sister, Mr. Gu and Mi-Jung." 5. My Liberation Notes and My Mr. The author Park Hae-young wrote My Mr., which was very popular at that time. My Liberation Notes and My Mr. have a lot of things in common, in everyday life and ordinary relationships. Suddenly a different person shows up and this person leads to change. They are Lee Jian and Yu in My Mr. and Mr. Gu, Son Suk-Ku, in My Liberation Notes. The writer portrays the characters' true feelings in detail and makes audiences feel something beyond love. This humanistic approach makes us feel consoled about our needs, injuries, and hurts. 6. Buzzword, worship me. Actually, in Korea, we don't use that word that much. I've never seen that word in Korean TV shows. Maybe this vocabulary goes with religious things more than romantic dramas. Since Mi-Jung gets him to worship her in this drama, this word has become a buzzword in Korea. She chooses this word because she thinks love is not enough. She wants to get the superior emotion. That's why she selects worship. Many YouTubers are using this word in their title and advertisements, even using worship in their copy. 7. The meaning of the 501 coin. In the last episode, Mr. Gu comes out of the convenience store after buying liquor. He drops a coin in front of the store. The coin runs into a drain on the street. He thinks it definitely falls between the drain cover, but he finds the coin is lying on a sewer grate. It was close. This coin is the 501 coin. There is a crane on the head and the number 500 on the tail. You can see the crane, which means maybe he is free from his gloomy dark world and flies to Mi-Jung like a crane. It seems like he feels something and he leaves the bottle by a sleeping homeless person. You can expect he is going to quit drinking. I think this crane represents real liberation. All the characters in this drama get liberation, but it might be not perfect, just like our life. I think the most important thing is how they feel the liberation along the way rather than only at the outcome. If you have any questions about K-drama or K-culture, let me know with a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. Until next time, have a nice day.